Good evening, and welcome to a special episode of Believe in the Journey podcast. And happy Mother's Day to the mothers that are out there, all of the ones who have given birth, who have stepped in and taken on the role as mom, stepmom, and I don't necessarily want to say stepmom, but bonus mom, loving the child like it's your own because I have multiple children that I did not birth. That call me mom, and I don't know how many bonus children I have, and I'm grateful for those children. The three that I birthed are just my gift, and I'm grateful that God chose me to be their mom. Um, and I am loving it. I want to say a special thank you for my mother. I'm going to do my best, y'all, to get through this part of today's show because many of us are in mourning and going through the stages of grief of our moms not being here. And today is bittersweet for that particular reason. And so it's been bittersweet for me. It's been 3 years since my mom passed. But before I get into all of that, we can't do anything until we go to God in prayer. So let's do that first. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the mothers that have taken the moment to actually extend on the journey of life, because without you giving us the blessing of the children that you decided we needed to be the extensions of you, because being a mother is the closest thing that I believe is a walk with God, because your little blessings are what makes us as moms the strength, the salvation, the nurse, the teacher, the friend, the enemy sometimes, especially when you have girls, they can be your enemy sometimes because they're the split personality of yourself. But we thank you for choosing us as mothers to carry what you have given us, and we honor each and every mother, yeah, and even the roles of the bonus mom to step in and love on those children, the aunties, the TTs, the GGs, and every name that you give yourself in that role, in that specific title and position. We honor you today, and we thank you, Lord, for giving us the strength to do what you have called us to do in that role of mom. So, in your precious and holy name, Jesus, we pray. Amen. And I want to read this little thing that I have, and it's basically a letter from heaven. So, it says, when tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not here to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes filled with tears for me, I wish so much you wouldn't cry the way you did today while thinking of many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me, and as much as I love you. And each time you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. When tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're far apart. For every time you think of me, I'm right here in your heart. And so that's a cute little poem. I don't know who the author of that is, but it's fitting for today. You know, um, my mom was the epitome of resilience and strength and um, just a ball of fire in so many ways. And this morning, as I was just thinking about her memory and what she brought to my life is all of that. And she showed up for me in moments that I didn't think she was, in the highlights of life. She may not have been there every moment of growing up, but she was there in the moments where it counted the most, and she left me with lessons that I utilize today. And as you can see today, I even have my hair like my mama would wear her hair, ironically, and her two braids is her go-to hairstyle. And it's just one of those things. Today is just loving her. I wish she was here to see all of the things that I've been able to do and accomplish. And, before she made that transition over, she allowed God to be in her life and help her to get over. And when I am talking with my granddaughter, my oldest one, Sky, it's now this may make me cry.
Okay. All right. All right. Take your time. Take your time. It's okay. Understandable. Understandable.
She looks at pictures of her and my mom, and she'll always say, "Titi, my grandma and God are walking together,
Come on. Come on.
and
Mm.
God needed to get her to walk with
Mm.
Him."
Mm.
And I
Wow.
say, "Yeah." She says, "He had to come get her." I
Mm.
say, "Yeah, he had to come get her."
Mm.
She says, "I love my great grandma,
Oh.
and I want to walk with her too." I said,
Wow.
"I know." She said, "You
Wow.
miss your mommy?" I said, "Yeah, I miss my mommy." She
Oh.
said, "Her and God are together, TT.
Yeah.
It's okay." So she
Wow.
remembers my mom,
Mhm.
but it's weird in a sense, not necessarily weird,
Mhm.
but I don't ever cry when she's talking to me about it because I don't want her to think that she's making me sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for her to say, "Grandma, my great grandma is walking with God,"
Mm.
says a lot,
Yeah.
because what 3-year-old knows about a walk with God?
Exactly. That
You
is
know?
God. That's God speaking through her, giving you some
Yeah.
type of
So,
comfort.
yeah. So she's
Mhm.
like, "TT,
Wow.
my great grandma is walking with God, and
Come on.
he had to get her." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, they're walking together." And she just recently started saying that part. She would always
Right.
say, I would say, "Well," she said, "Your mommy died, great grandma died." I
Oh.
said, "Yeah, she passed." And so she was like, "Oh, I miss her." I'm like, "I miss her
Wow.
too."
Yeah.
And so just thinking about that, and so if I'm having like my phone out, she'll say, "I want to see pictures of me and my great grandma." And so
Oh.
I have to show her pictures, and God forbid I try to scroll past a picture. Go back. Go back, TT. I wasn't done looking at that picture. My bad. My
She got
bad.
a
My fault.
she got a lot of
You
personality.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you've heard her plenty of
Yes.
times. So,
Yes,
she
ma'am. She is too
to be
much.
only 3. She's 3 going on 33.
That's why I was just getting
So,
ready to say, because she's definitely not three.
no, 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 no.
Oh
Absolutely not.
wow. Yeah, but that's a
But
beautiful memory. And at least she
yeah,
has those pictures. She has those pictures,
yeah.
so that's a blessing in
And
itself.
so she has those pictures of laying on the bed with my mom and my
Oh
mom holding her. And that's one of the things that I can
wow.
say. My mom, even though she was barely able to hold herself up, she was gonna make sure that she held that
You're gonna
baby,
hold them baby.
and
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
she was gonna hold that baby. And so she held her. So,
Wow.
it's just one of those things.
That's
But
beautiful though.
love on your mom, regardless of whether it's good or bad or indifferent.
Yes.
Your mother is who brought you into this world. And without your mother bringing you into this world, you would not be in existence. Now, I do understand that there are some circumstances that are unforgivable. I get that.
Mhm.
But still be thankful that
Mhm.
you have the life that you have, because that mother, no matter how loosely you may use the term
Mhm.
for their behavior or their actions,
Yeah.
their action to give you life is still valuable and it's
Mhm.
worthy to say thank you if you
Mhm.
say nothing else.
Mhm.
So just be mindful of that. You don't have to be in contact with them, but
Mhm.
just be mindful of that, because without that, you would not be in existence,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that I can say. Me and my mom, our relationship did not start out as um the
Mhm.
beautiful rainbows and sunshine and Skittles
Mhm.
and all of that kind of stuff. We had our
Mhm.
moments. We had really heated discussions, but ultimately I was able to let go of the idea of what I thought my mother should be
Mhm.
for me
Yeah.
and start to see her as an
For
individual
who she was.
and learn to love her for who she was
Yeah.
and who God created her to be for me.
Yeah.
And You know, she was my mom, and I love her. I miss her. I am her in so many ways, and I'm grateful. I
Yeah.
am, and I see more of her in me as I get older. So,
Oh, I know that
yeah.
feeling. I go
But
through that
you
same
know,
thing.
I'm gonna stop talking
Mhm.
so you can,
No, you gotta let it
share
out.
your
I'm here for you,
space.
sis. We here together. That's what this is. This is you can celebrate your mom. So we here together. This is fine. But I understand and can relate to the fact of seeing your face, seeing them as you get older, because it's funny to me that more and more I'll take a picture and I'll see my biological mom and I'm like, oh my God. And I mean, I have a cousin who, if I post if I change my profile picture, he said every time he sees it, he's like, oh my God, that's auntie. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy to him. It's like the wildest thing. I don't see it all the time though, but it's like the wildest thing. But then Tanya would tell
Yeah,
me that she sees my adopted mom in me. She's like, nah, that was the
yeah,
mother. She was like, that was the mom. She's like, because that is the wildest thing. And I'm like, Daddy said you feed them long enough, they look like you. So apparently that's what happened. But I love when she says that
yeah,
because it
yeah. And
honors her.
whoever
It
you stay
honors her.
around the longest, that's who you tend to look
That's
like.
it. That's it. But I love that she says that because I think she practically was the first person that's ever said that to me. And I'm like, I feel so honored by that because I wanna be her. I want to honor her. I wanna be the person she was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everything that she placed in me. She didn't birth me, but she always said, I grew you in my heart. That means a lot to me.
yeah,
That means so much to me. So it's like everything
yeah.
I try to do is like in honor of her. So when Tanya said that, I was like, really? You see my mom? She's like, girl, that was your mother. She was supposed to have you. And I was like, yeah, she really was. This is why they made me TV and
Yeah,
TV. So yeah, she was supposed to have me.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
The
so I
older
honor
I
that.
get, the more I
When you
see
said
my
the braids,
mom.
I saw it. I saw it. That picture you have on your
Yeah,
thing. When you said the head, I said, "Yep, that's mom. That's her mom
yeah,
right there." Cause wow, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's the look, ma'am.
Anytime I do this hairstyle, I think of my mom, because my mom, she would put them two plaits in her head and honey, call
Go
it a
about the rest of her
doggone
day.
day. Yeah, because my mom is extremely tender-headed,
Oh
and
wow.
she
Okay.
would not like anybody combing her hair
Mhm.
at all. And so you come near her with a comb, and it's a whole problem. Like, she did not like it.
She's
She
like, "What you
didn't
doing
want
with
it
that?"
done. Yeah, like, and so it was crazy. Like, when she was beginning her transition stage,
Mhm.
my aunt called me and she was like, "Yeah, your mom said she wants you to come and comb her hair." Like, she was at the hospital. And I was like, "You sure you talking about my mama?" And she was like, "Yeah, your mama said she
Are you in
wants
the
you to
right
come
room?
and comb her hair." And so I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to call her and see about that, because I don't think that's what she said." And because my mama
Doesn't add
and me
up.
combing her hair does not go together in the same sentence. So I called my mama. I was like, Yeah, Mildred called me and told me that you wanted your hair braided, and she was like, "Yeah, you all right?
Hello?
They got you on some medication? Like what have they done? Like,
What did they give you?
cause you don't no Let me talk to the doctor, the nurse in there, somebody in there with you, cause no, She talking about Triveda. I need you to come comb my
Mm,
hair.
mm-mm. Mama has
Cause now
spoken.
when she say Triveda, I
Mm-hmm.
know she's serious. Cause any
Mm-hmm.
other time it's Vita, but she said Triveda, stop playing with me. Okay,
Mm-mm.
I'll be there to do what you need to do. Is there anything else you need me to do? Yeah, bring me some chewing gum. Okay, all right.
Oh.
And when I got there and I was like, "You really want me to braid your hair?" She was like, "Yeah, you gonna braid my hair. Kai gonna hold my hand." Okay. So Kai
Oh,
held her hand while I braided her hair.
precious. Oh,
And I have the picture of
that is a beautiful memory.
her
Oh my
hair
God.
after I finished braiding her hair. Um,
Oh,
and
that is
so
so sweet.
it's just those memories right there
Yeah,
I have, and
yeah.
I cherish those because for the longest it was in and out, in and out. And,
Mhm,
the grieving process is one of those things that, it's a moment by moment adjustment. You never
mhm.
know
You never know.
what emotions
Never
are
know.
going to come when they
Mhm,
come. And you
mhm.
just have to give yourself permission to
And
feel
can
them as they
nobody
come.
tell you how long it's gonna be?
Yeah.
Because my mom
Yeah.
passed
Because
at
it's never
99. I
ending.
still have
Yeah.
memories. Still have memories.
And when they
So
come, you just deal with them
yeah.
as they come,
Mhm.
and you just take it. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that, like, when mom finally transitioned over,
Mhm.
it was harder for me in the sense of it being the final goodbye,
Yeah.
because I had been, grieving all along because it was
Mhm.
on and
It,
off, on and
mhm.
off.
Mhm.
And this time it was like, she not coming
Yeah,
back.
she's gone. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, she's gone.
Uh-oh, I don't know what happened.
You
Uh-oh.
froze, but we can still hear you. You good. Get the kick back in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
We
So
can still hear
I
you,
don't know
so it's all
what's
good.
going on, but if you can see me, good. If you can hear me, good.
Mhm.
Um,
I can hear you, so you
my
good.
computer wants to try to restart right now
In the
for
name of
some
Jesus.
reason. And I don't know why. Like, it's just trying to do its own little thing.
Bless
But
Lord. Yeah,
anyway, if
we can
y'all
hear
can
you, so
still
you
hear
good.
me,
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll come
like
back
it's
in
just
in the
saying that
name.
it needs to restart, but it doesn't need a new update or anything. But
Mhm. It want to do the most.
it,
Just be behind us.
yeah, it just want to do something that it doesn't need
Mhm.
to do. But
Exactly. But we can hear you, so you
anyway,
still good. Yeah. Keep going.
okay, as long as you can hear me, I'm okay. You ain't got to
Uh
necessarily
huh.
see me.
Yeah.
I already did a little ugly cry anyway, so that was fine.
So if you freeze, you can do the ugly cry. Nobody gonna
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
I understand
If
it.
I want to do an even uglier one, nobody will see it
Well,
but
look, then
me.
maybe look at
Um,
God.
yeah, yeah. He was like, they don't need to see all that.
Yeah.
But and I'm also glad he's not here because he gonna be looking at me crazy. Yeah, because he was like, he got me a cake. He told me, like, he was at work this morning. He was like, "Oh yeah, your cake is in the refrigerator." And I was like, "What cake?" He was like, "Your Mother's Day cake." And I
Oh,
was
that's
like, "Oh,
sweet.
okay." And it's
Oh,
my
that's
favorite color
sweet.
too, which is blue. And so
Oh,
um,
oh, that
I'm
that's a
like,
good man.
okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
he got home from work and he's like, "Did you see your cake?" I was like, "Yeah, I saw the cake." He was like, "But you hadn't cut it." I said, "There's no utensils. Like, I can't cut the
I'm gonna cut it
cake."
with my
And
fingers.
so look, and then he pulls out his little pocket knife and he's
No.
like, "Well, here's the knife." And I was like, he's like, "We got a
Bless
knife."
his
I said,
heart.
"No. That knife has been with you all day, and I'm not putting that on my cake. So
Oh
no,
my
I don't have a
goodness.
knife. So
Oh
I
my
can't eat the
goodness.
cake until you go get stuff."
Man, he's going to go shop and get you a knife. He's gonna keep
Well,
doing
that
stuff.
he's out right now going to do that. So
He's like, she said she
girl,
was nice,
go.
she the fourth, she needs some
Yeah,
spoons. Yeah, he gonna look out. He gonna come back with a whole bag full of
yeah. So
stuff.
he talk about we need. Look, he don't went through the whole list of what we need. Well, yeah, you
Oh,
go do it.
but that's
And
a
so
good
then he
man
talk about
though.
texting to me. I'm like, you just said what I needed to text you. Then he was like, okay, so what do you want to eat?
Uh-oh.
And I was like, so I told him what I wanted to eat, and um, he was like, so you hadn't eat? I was like, I didn't eat, no, but I was gonna eat, but there's no pot holders to take anything out of the oven. There's no spatula to even do anything. Like I have my cookwares, but I don't have the utensils because I
Oh
left the
Lord.
utensils at the house with Nate. So, because I didn't want to bring them here. Now,
Yeah.
mind you, I was gonna buy some to bring, but Nate told
Mm.
me no. He was like, "You're gonna get new stuff, so don't buy it here." So, I got
Oh.
two people telling me not to do something. So I listened
Yet you
when
sitting there
I
with
knew that I was right
you
in the
sitting there with
first
no
place.
utensils.
But now I don't have nothing to do what I need to do. But anyway,
Sometimes it's good
that
to
that's a
listen to
whole
them, and
nother story
sometimes
for
it's good
one
to do
other
your
day.
own thing. Just do your own thing
Yeah.
sometimes. You listen and you don't.
Yeah, so and I was talking like they had a family cookout for his mom and
Mhm.
grandma
Mhm.
yesterday. And
Mhm.
so as I was talking to them, like his mom, the first thing she said to me, she was like, why you didn't make that stuff? Like she had came to my daughter's baby shower and she was talking
Oh,
about the fruit dip that I made. And I was like, well, nobody told me that I needed to make anything. And plus I've been unpacking since I got here.
yeah.
So she was like, well, you need to make some of that because I need that. And I was like, okay. And
So she said,
so
"Ma'am, don't bring your behind heels."
yeah, she was like, "So you need to make that." I was like, "Okay, I will the next
Oh,
time, y'all have something." And then when
you don't
his
care about no next time
grandma
having
got
something.
there, yeah, and so then when his grandma got there,
Uh
everybody
oh.
bum rushed her first, and so I just waited my turn. And so when it was finally clear, so I could speak to her, she was like,
Mhm.
"I know you didn't wait to come speak to me." I said, "I couldn't even get over here. Like everybody was in the way." She told me, "I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of
Oh,
that." I said,
he
"Why
said
you
he's supposed to
fussing at
push.
me? I waited my turn. Like I waited. Everybody else was they was
He
in front of me."
said you supposed to carry on like it's Thanksgiving, Friday, Black Friday, man. You
Right.
supposed to
I
be.
was supposed to knock the
You,
little kids over. Like
yeah.
I didn't want to be rude, I waited my turn. She talking
Then they
about
gonna be
I don't
talking
want to hear
about.
none of
You
that.
see what she did? She knocked over.
Yeah, like I wasn't gonna knock over the little kids. I was gonna do what I needed to do and be respectful and wait my turn.
I know that's
But
right. Oh, but
it's
that's
it's
so
it's
sweet
a
though.
beautiful blessing to
Yes, it
to be
is.
welcomed into a family and to be
Yeah,
treated like I've been here the whole time.
exactly.
And you know,
You
um,
have. They was just waiting for you to get there. That's all.
yeah, and that's basically what it seems like
God knew what He was
because
doing. Hmm.
yeah, and so
Oh,
it's been one of those things where I am grateful for the
yeah.
space, and like I had the conversation earlier with my dad,
Hmm.
um, that we are in a space to where I trust God's timing,
Hmm.
where He tells me I am moving according to His time and not
Yeah.
my own. And
Yeah.
so if I am moving according to his time, it was
Hmm.
time for me to be here and I was not supposed to be here any sooner than I got
Then he
here.
said, "Yep." Yeah, I feel like
And
I'm walking that
everything
walk as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so had I came earlier, it would
Hmm.
not have worked. And there are so
Yeah.
many things that have been in alignment um
Hmm.
that are even falling into place as this week goes
Hmm.
by because there are some
Hmm.
things that were supposed to happen while I was
Hmm.
still in Spartanburg, but they were
Uh,
delayed
mm.
for this
Okay.
moment.
Yeah.
And so I was telling my dad, I was like, this is God's alignment,
Mhm.
and I could not rush what God was doing. So I had
Mhm.
to stay patient. Now, did I
Yeah.
get discouraged? Did I get
Of
a
course.
little
Frustrated.
sidetracked? Yes, of
Yeah.
course I did.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And I
That's
was a
the
little
human.
antsy, I was a little uneasy, I was
Mhm.
a little frustrated, I was all of those things.
Mhm.
But as I sat in the
Mhm.
stillness of
Yeah.
what God said to do and to trust Him, it
Mhm.
worked out according to Him, because had I
Yeah.
tried to be the GPS driver, it would have
Listen.
been a problem.
Yeah.
And, as I was telling Nathan, and then we're going to get off of here because I don't know, I think it's going to do something else. But then I'm going to get off of here because it's trying to do something else.
Oh
But
Lord.
hopefully it'll let me say this. And
Mm.
as we were driving up here, I was having a conversation with God. And I was telling Nathan after we got here, I said, the funny thing about life is this, is that God is the driver.
Mhm.
We're the passengers in life. I said, but we are
Mhm.
some horrible passengers because we
Well.
complain all the time. We over there in the passenger seat
Mhm.
saying, "We God, why you going
Mhm.
so fast? Why you
Mhm.
taking so long?
Why you
Why you
turn this
gotta
way?
turn
Can't we go
right?
over this way? Mhm.
Why you going right when I need to
Who
go
I want to go
straight? Why
left?
you going? Don't you need to turn right here? Don't you need?"
Yeah.
Like, we over here making all of these assumptions and thinking
Uh-huh.
we know what we supposed to be going, but we said Jesus take the wheel, but
Yeah.
we want to be over here driving
I just
too.
want to help out a
Like,
little
we
bit. That's
don't get
all.
to complain the whole time. Like, if we gonna ask him to be the driver, we gotta
Yeah.
sit
Let him
down and
drive.
shut up and
Let him
actually
drive.
ride.
Yes.
Like, let him do the driving.
Yeah.
And and I'm sitting over there and I'm like, God, you ain't gotta talk to me like this.
Yeah.
Like,
I swear
I
we the
understand.
same person.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't gotta talk to me like this. I understand. Like, I know I'm a horrible passenger. I get it, but you ain't have to say it like that right
Like
now.
that.
I'm just trying to get there to the destination at hand today. But you ain't have to do me like that. You know, I've been on the right course today. I ain't
I
even
love
steered
that
off.
you do
I ain't
that.
the GPS today ain't had to reroute me not one time. And I've been following directions. And now
Uh-huh.
you want to tell me I'm a bad passenger.
Uh-huh.
Like, I've
Uh-huh.
been on the right path right now. Now tomorrow might be a different story. But as of today, I'm on the right path. You ain't rerouted me yet. So just keep me right here today. Can I get
Uh-huh.
a gold star for today? Tomorrow, the different story. Like, I might have some questions, or I might want to go to the right when you say go to the left or stay straight. I don't know. But today, can I just have a gold star? Can I
I
do that?
really have a feeling that
So
after we get off here, the father's gonna say, did that sound familiar to you? Yes, sir, it did.
so,
I really got the
just
feeling.
like as I was driving here yesterday, it's
Uh-huh.
Friday. I was just
Uh-huh.
like, we are some horrible passengers.
Yes, I
Like,
am.
we are. Like, God is the driver. We
Uh-huh.
ask him all the time for directions in life, but we don't know how to sit there and shut up.
Mm-mm.
Complain the whole time. We gotta complain about something. It's too hot in the car. Turn the air on. It's too cold. The seat don't recline enough.
This
You
ain't
know,
comfortable. Why am I sitting this way?
why I'm not braking fast enough. Like, it's something the whole time. You ain't got no snacks in your car. Like, it's something. Like, it's something. You ain't got no games. You ain't got no movie we can
Oh
watch.
my
Like,
goodness.
it's something the
I
whole time.
swear.
So I'm like, we are
I
really,
love that we're practically the same person. I promise you, because
yeah,
I'll
like,
do that,
we
and
are
I will
bad
tell people, and they'll be
passengers.
looking at me like I have lost my mind, and I'm like, no, he's my friend. We having a conversation, and I want to
Yeah,
know why we got to do this.
like,
Why?
we are bad passengers. I was just like, I'm sorry, but I'm a bad
I got
passenger. I
questions.
get it.
I
Like,
got
I
questions.
get
I'm
it.
sorry. I got questions.
Yeah,
I
I
am
get
bad, but
it.
I got questions. I don't
But
mean I'm gonna get an answer. I definitely won't get
right.
an answer, but I got questions. I already know I'm not gonna get an
I
answer. I
get
might get
it.
one, but it's gonna be a real short answer, like because I said so, or this you gonna do it or not. And I know I'm
Yeah.
getting a lot of. I'm getting a lot of. Hmm. I'm like, Father, why we doing
Yeah.
this? Hmm.
Hmm.
What is Father? Why? You gonna do it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, it's the second guessing, and that's just like the book that I just completed. Now, I
Yeah.
started that book back in January, February sometime. I wrote
Oh wow.
5 chapters
Oh
and I
wow.
stopped, and
Okay.
I just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I have no rhyme, reason, or purpose for stopping. I
Thought you were
just
supposed
stopped.
to stop.
And
You supposed to
I
stop.
was like, okay, I have to finish this because I'm gonna be moving. I got some things
Mm-hmm.
that have to be done. And so in the midst of all of that, I was like, okay, God, look, I gotta do this. I gotta finish it. So in the midst of me packing, it's stuff in disarray, it's stuff everywhere. And so
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the last 2 chapters, 6 and 7. And
Mm-hmm.
so like, okay, I'm gonna complete it. And so I completed it, and it takes 72 hours
Yeah.
for it to be accepted.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
finished that book Sunday night
Mm-hmm.
at no, early Sunday morning at about 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday before I hear anything from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
It was Monday.
Look at
Monday.
God.
And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I said, wait, I was confused because I'm like, wait, no, it never happens that quickly.
That fast. It
Like,
really does.
what you doing? But the
You
title of the book is God Never Counted Me Out.
Yep.
So, all right,
Mm-hmm.
this what you do. Okay, I'm gonna stay over here. I ain't got nothing to do
That
with that.
part. That
Yeah,
part.
I'm gonna just stay over here. And then the crazy part about that is I hadn't even ordered my own author copies yet because I
Okay.
didn't want to order them
Mm-hmm.
because I was moving. My
Yeah.
brother ordered his and got his book Wednesday.
Wow.
And
Oh wow.
I'm a little salty a little bit
You a
because
little
he got
salty.
yeah, I'm a little salty because he got his book and I ain't even got my author copy yet. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a little salty,
It's gonna be all right
but
now.
yeah, I'm a little salty about it, but it's okay. But I want to thank you for being with me tonight
Of
and
course. Thank you for
honoring
having me.
moms, and happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day to the mothers who tuned in
Yes.
tonight.
Happy Mother's
Love
Day to
on your
all.
mom. If you haven't called her yet, call her and tell
Call
her
her.
happy Mother's Day. Even if
Tomorrow
y'all
is
ain't
not
on speaking
promised.
terms, send her a text, send her
Yes.
an email,
Tomorrow is
send
not
her a fax,
promised.
something,
Yes.
because
Please.
you would not be living if you did not do that.
Mm-hmm.
So just acknowledge the fact that she gave you life.
Yes.
If nothing else, do that. But I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you for being here with me tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
And
you.
remember to stay out of God's business. The only thing that He needs you to do is to be obedient to what He's called you to do. Until next time, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Love you. Good night.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye, babe.
Good night.
Good night.